Are you bored of your everyday computer games?
Interested in engineering?
Well, then we have the perfect game for you.
Hi, I'm EJ.
I'm Bradley.
And I'm Benjamin.
Together, we make up Team Gameineer Action, and we're here to bring you the latest and greatest in educational computer game technology.
We present you with
Gameineer
Gameineer Action.
Whoa, what are you playing?
I'm playing Gameineer Action. We set out to make Gameineer Action because many young folks have many misconceptions about engineering. Hi, my name is Edward Walsh, and I'm one of the lead programmers and designers on Gameineer Action. So we designed it to help show kids that engineering is a broad field filled with many kinds of different professions. We designed the game to show them that engineering can be not just a boring desk job or working in a random building things, but it can be an adventure, an everyday adventure that anyone can do when they put in enough time and effort to do it. We also did it to broaden their view on engineering and make the game fun for all ages, as there are multiple different engineering fields one can go into. Heck, at NC State, there are 18 different departments one can go into alone. We wanted to show kids that they can go into any one of these and still have the adventure of a lifetime while having a fulfilling career. And now, to hand it off, one of my partners on this adventure, Benjamin Bundy.
Hi, I'm Benjamin Bundy, one of the designers of Gameineer Action. So before we even started designing the game and actually putting the code in and making it, we wanted to go through the engineering design process and follow that as kind of like a guideline to going through the whole process of making the game. We were given the task of making an educational computer game that related to engineering that could teach kids about engineering and how they can get into it. And so we did a little research about what games are interesting to kids and how we could make that apply to engineering. And we wanted to look at the specific requirements that we were given. Some of them were that the kids had to be able to interact with the game once every 10 seconds. Gameplay had to be at least 5 minutes long. So we followed those guidelines, and we did some brainstorming and settled on the idea of a 2D platformer, kind of like Mario, and that could have the theme of engineering, but that would focus on the different fields in engineering. That way we could teach kids that it's a very diverse field. There's several fields that cover a lot of different areas. And so we went through the process of, after brainstorming, of actually putting the code in, and we had some difficulties that we had to, learn how to do it, had to overcome some things, but after a lot of trial and error and just testing the game, we were able to get a lot of the coding right and get the game where we wanted to be. We also had some trouble with the actual program itself because we couldn't buy the full version because it was over our maximum pay that we could put into. And so we found a way to make it work after a lot of trial and error. And we ended up with a game that focused on different fields of engineering that had multiple levels, with each level its own that teaches its own area. And at the end, we put it all together, and we think that it does a good job of teaching kids what they could do with engineering and the problems that they could solve, and just that it doesn't have to be a boring, simple subject. It can be a very fun field that has a lot of benefits to be in.
Gameineer Action is a 2D platformer designed to give young kids a better understanding of each department of engineering. There are 3 different levels, each focusing on a different concentration within engineering. There's a level for biological concentrations, industrial concentrations, as well as computer concentrations. The controls are simple. Up to jump, left and right for movement, and R to restart. The goal of the game is to collect as many of the coins as possible. It takes 5 coins to advance to the next level. Coins must be collected while navigating through enemies. If touched by an enemy, the level will be restarted. To win the game, you must complete all 3 levels, collecting all 5 coins. The levels are designed to be fun and interactive, while still giving children a chance to see what each concentration of engineering holds. Now, back to the team.
So thank you again for watching our video. Once again, we are Team Gameineer. I'm EJ.
I'm Benjamin. And I'm Bradley.
And that was our educational computer game project, Gameineer Action for FEDD. And thank you very much for having us in class, and please grade us nicely. Thank you.